Bobby. So, finally getting to your reading, and I apologize that it's been forever. It should never take this long for me to get to a reading. So, I think you know the drill. This is energy that I'm reading as of right now in this moment. Energy is always changing and flowing. So as soon as you start making decisions, then this may change. Now, you had ordered a love reading, so we're going to see what comes out, just as a heads up. I haven't pulled any cards yet. I just felt like I needed to start the video while I was shuffling. So we'll see. I feel like I need to sneeze. I'm going to pause the video too in between shuffling the other cards unless something's coming to me, just as a heads up, okay? You're with somebody right now, I feel like. But there's some conflict happening, I think, by the looks of these cards. Also, with my new tablet, my videos have been cutting off. So if this may come in 2 parts, it might come in 1 part. It just kind of depends on what's going on. Also, let me know how this resonates too with you. So, the first card that came out was disharmony, triggers, and conflict. So I think that you have been having some disharmony, not necessarily with this other person, but it could be with you and your mind. So I feel like it's more of like you're triggering yourself over little things. You're kind of taking little things and blowing them out of proportion. Does that sound familiar? Because that's how I'm viewing this, is that it's with somebody else, but it's like the little minor things that shouldn't really, you're not letting them go to the wayside anymore. You're like just nipping them in the butt and you're like, this is what's happening right now. Okay. So feminine energy came out too. I feel like you're working on yourself and you're working on like your, not really abilities, but you're working on yourself to open yourself up more. I think you have a few abilities, but I'm not sure what they are in relation to this card. But you're definitely working on your intuition, I feel like. And you have still some confusion going on. So confusion and illusions came out sideways. So when my cards come out sideways like that, it's like past, present, and future. And when it's like that, it's like it's an upright. So I feel like you still have some illusions about some of the stuff that's going on in your life. And you have like this idealistic of how your life should be and where it's going to be heading, but is it actually realistic? Or do you have rose-tinted glasses on? That's what I'm feeling like this. So you kind of have your head up in the clouds sometimes, which isn't a bad thing, but at the same time, just ground yourself a little bit more, okay? Shadow side, dark night, you doing work, shadow work? You working on some shadow work? Because if you've been trying to work on some shadow work, because this is kind of, I'll get into the middle of the deck, then you might start feeling like you're drowning a little bit. I think you're taking on a lot because water came out, and water, it can represent that you have some water in your signs. So Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. But I feel like this is more of a, you're drowning a little bit. You're taking on way too much. And if you throw in some shadow work with that, then you're really gonna start being triggered and having more confusion and those sorts of things. You have a decision going on. So you're stuck in the middle of the road. You're staring at the pathways, and you know what your end goal is. It's just what pathway are you taking to get to your end goal, and it's up to you to decide what way to go and how fast or how slow you want to get there. Because there's some sort of offer on the table as far as this decision that you're going to be making. I think it's to do with this person that you're kind of just in limbo right now and you're just wondering what's going to be happening. Healing and inner child came out. this kind of coincides with your shadow work. So shadow work is basically bringing out your inner child and working with your inner child so that you can have healing as well as to work with your ego. Now, again, you're trying to heal, and you're trying to heal the childhood things, which everybody has their own little things from their childhood that they need to work through if it's the right timing. And you're trying to transform yourself a little too quickly, I feel like, because transformation came out next. You are just kind of all over the place, I feel like. So you need to just zone in on certain things, try certain things, and just do those things well, okay? Instead of having little pieces everywhere. ADHD came to mind. I could be totally wrong on that, but I feel like you're kind of all over the place, and you're kind of just have 10 million projects on the go, and you don't know where to start, and you don't know, and you need to like go to this project, but it's not completed yet. So then you go to this project, and then it's not completed yet. So then you go to this project. I saw laundry baskets. There's like laundry baskets around the house that have like, there's dirty laundry baskets and then there's clean laundry baskets, but the clean laundry baskets haven't actually made it to the closets and the drawers yet. So again, just kind of focus, and just, I know it's hard, and I know it's going to be a little bit of a task for you, but this is going to be part of your transformation as well if this is resonating with you. So stay on task. If you can, I see a list. So if you are like this, make a list for each room. I think this is going to help you. Make a list for each room of what the tasks are. Stay in that room. As you complete the task, check it off. Because as you check it off, it's going to give you a little bit of adrenaline rush. If there's something in that room that needs to go into a different room, instead of going to the different room and then being offset, because once you're in that room, I feel like you get distracted by doing other things. Have a basket or something there, or even a box in the room that you are working on. Put whatever doesn't belong in that room in the box. After you're done that room, take your box and then go to the next room. Okay? So have your box with you as you move along through your house. That's what I'm seeing for some reason. Maybe you're already doing this. I don't know. But that's something that I just saw, and I've never seen that before. Hopefully that helps, but let me know. Masculine came out. So everybody has masculine energy, everybody has feminine energy. You have the feminine at the front, you have masculine at the back. So this is, to me, about balancing. It's a huge balancing act for you. Right now, you're kind of a little bit out of whack. And so you need to bring that balance back into your life. And I think that box method is going to really help you with that. I'm getting goosebumps. You need to trust, and you need to trust in divine timing. I think a lot of things you ask the universe for, and you don't see it coming to you, or not as quickly as you want it to. So you're just kind of idea. So this is about trusting, and trusting yourself to manifest what you need. But at the same time, don't be too specific. It's one of those things where you have to be kind of specific, but not too specific, so that the universe gives a little bit of leeway with it. Okay, so this is about completing cycles too. This is also sticking out to me, the third eye. So this is kind of reiterating the feminine. Okay, so you again trying to open up. I believe everybody could be a little bit psychic if they really truly work on it. So I feel like this is you trying to work on it. You still have some regret, and you still have some repression going on. I think that's from you trying to do a little bit of shadow work, or looking back at some of the stuff from your childhood. But again, just be wary of that, okay? The bottom of the deck is guarded and vulnerability. So again, you're kind of still being a little bit guarded because of the illusions and the confusion and the vulnerability, okay? So you need to just be cautious with that, because you can either be guarded and vulnerable, but you got to get your balance back in order, okay? Because that's also on the bottom of the deck. Let me pause and grab another deck. I'll be right back. All right, so I already have some cards out after shuffling a little bit. I feel like that first deck was more like for you, like self-love. This one here is about everything. I feel like you are in a committed relationship. I think you're married. Are you married? I don't even know. But anyway, the first card that came out in this deck was The Secret Admirer. So when you guys first met, this is about like biggest fan. And you guys were maybe even obsessing a little bit over each other because you were so attracted to each other. But then there was a little bit of a haze going on, okay? So this is about, there's some confusion, but it's almost like you were blinded by love, because it's like you can't see clearly, but it's not a bad thing as far as like from what I can feel. It's more of like, it brought about a little bit of anxiety. There was some courting going on, so some date nights, some romance, getting to know each other layer by layer, those sorts of things. Because again, beginning of the deck, so previous. The one. So this is about like life partner, loyal, true, those sorts of things. There's some forgiveness going on right now because this is middle of the deck. So be empathetic towards each other and have a little bit of grace, and same with them. It needs to be vice versa. Be compassionate towards each other. So don't be easily triggered by certain things. It's a fine line. I feel like it's a really fine line because it's you probably know exactly what I mean, but let the little things go if you can. Pick your battles. Okay, Community came out. So community is about like helping others. You tend to be a light worker. Like you are a light worker. So this could be about like donations. It's also about like being charitable. It's about helping others when you can help others. Risk and Emperor came out together. So risk is about like having that leap of faith. The divine protection, trusting in the unknown, just like the first deck. The Emperor is, again, I feel like it's masculine energy, but it's about like, again, the balancing act, because one of the words on this one is yang, and this one here, that really stuck out to me, and it's about, again, the balancing act. Apology kind of goes with the forgiveness. So forgiving the past and desiring that reconnection, that rekindling, because you guys are committed to each other. This is about taking those next steps to rebuild yourself, to get out of that mind frame. Have like a weekend away if you can afford it. Get back to that mindset. Clear that energy out of the environment to get rid of it. There might be a little bit of controversy about the debt going on. So this is about like budgeting, financing, those sorts of things. So I think there's a little bit of upheaval about like what's being spent where, with the debt. That's how I'm kind of feeling. And maybe some of the loans might be weighing heavy on you guys and starting the conflict. So again, develop a plan on how to deal with that together if you're able to, or come up with a plan and propose it to them to see what they think. Because the bottom of this deck is Neverland and then Enlightenment. So Neverland is about like inner child healing yet again. So bringing up shadow work. So in future, okay, because bottom of the deck to me is futuristic. Enlightenment is about surrendering, trusting the angels, trusting your guides. So trusting them to guide you to where you need to be. I'm drawn to another deck. Just give me a sec. So I was drawn to my old faithful, my first tarot deck. The first card that came out was the Six of Swords. This is you in the boat. So the Six of Swords is about like help arriving at the perfect time. It's like a rite of passage, healing beyond like a trauma kind of idea. Okay. So this is about like past support from others, but a personal evaluation, spiritual transition, or a journey. Okay. So Three of Swords then came out. So this is about some sort of painful separation, a loss of some sort. So I feel like this is you kind of feeling kind of defeated in your relationship right now and kind of losing a little bit of hope. So this is about like, it's an opportunity to heal yourself in bringing those shadows to light. Again, little things that are triggering, and finding that inspiration again and having the love again. Okay, so keeping your heart tender and open. Page of Cups. So Page of Cups is about being a dreamer, creativity, new unexpected trajectories. This can also symbolize magic and synchronicities. You might be seeing angel numbers. Angel numbers came to mind. So look those up to see what they represent if that's happening. This is also about like sensitivity, but you could be a little bit naive in romance. Okay, so just be cautious of that. Okay, don't get caught up in your head. This is about also being motivated by innovative ideas. Knight of Pentacles came out after that. So the Knight of Pentacles is about you're a very diligent and hardworking individual, and you're very determined, and you like building material success, and you like the idea of success and material abundance, those sorts of things. But with the Debt card, again, just be cautious of where you're spending things. So again, just kind of work those out. Okay, so even though you're very hardworking, this is also about like security and safety and being pragmatic about your money and your expenses. So Ace of Swords is about like clarity, kind of like the truth being revealed to you, like aha moments kind of happening. So this might be one of your aha moments. It's hard to say, but it's also about like a heightened state of consciousness and through memory and thought. It's about communication, victory, success, triumph. So it is going to be coming. It's just a matter of how it's going to work out. Because again, it's up to you guys. I can't predict the future, so it's up to you guys how you work things out. The Nine of Wands is on the bottom. So this is again about determination. This is about resilience. So it's kind of like the last defense, the final push. It's about like you're excited for what's to come, and you're facing difficulties. So in the future, you are going to be facing difficulties, and you're going to be pushing beyond your perceived limitations, and you're going to be remaining open and trusting as you do so. So trust yourself, trust your intuition as you're going through these steps to get things back on track. So again, let me know how this resonates with you. And thank you again. And sorry for the long wait. It hopefully won't be that long if you get another reading. Thank you.